We welcome you to another live edition of the Sports Box, brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And by our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and check them out at www.crowdplayapp.com for details. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cage My Q. I'm your host, D-Bake. Tonight we will be previewing one on TNT 3, which has a 2-fight main card due to a fight getting canceled on it. But the first fight will be Rhys McLaren versus Yuya Wakamatsu. And then the main event will be John Lineker going up against his opponent, Troy Worthen, which is a good matchup in itself. But let's get started with the preview in the first matchup of the two fights on the main card, which is, like I said, it's a matchup between Troy Worthen versus Rhys McLaren in a flyweight matchup. This is a typical matchup between a brawler and a Yuya Wakamatsu who can knock people out, and he's a pressure. He comes after you full swing against a guy like Rhys McLaren who can knock you out, but he's more such of a grappler and a submission artist. He tries to get you to come to him, and then he locks in one of his many submissions that he does. The favorite going into this would have to be Rhys McLaren with his background, but in this fight, I feel like Yuya Wakamatsu is going to get Rhys off of his game. Is going to pressure him to the point where he makes Rhys do things that he doesn't want to do, and I feel like he's going to knock him out in the second round of this matchup. Everybody's going to put money on a Rhys McLaren submission in round 2 or 3, but I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to go with Yuya Wakamatsu. He's going to pressure him early. He's going to get him tired. That's what he's going to do the whole fight. His cardio is pretty decent, and he's going to catch him in the second round, knock him down, and he's going to get him, the referee, to stop this with a nice ground and pound, and then he's going to get the victory by second round knockout. Moving on to the main event, we got John Lineker versus Troy Worthen in a bantamweight matchup. This brings out two guys that have pedigree. Troy Worthen has been in the one championship for a lot longer than John Lineker. As you know, John Lineker is coming over from the UFC. His last matchup in the UFC, he lost to Corey Sandhagen, and then he made the jump over to one championship. And in his last 2 fights, he's been successful in it, getting victories in one championship. His last fight was actually against Lohman's teammate. As you know, Lohman was supposed to be in this matchup, but he had to pull out of it. So John Lineker has taken his place in this matchup after fighting a couple of months ago. And Troy Worthen comes in. He's a pretty good fighter in himself, but I feel like he's going to struggle in this matchup because John Lineker, he has power hands. Like when he hits you, you fall. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think going into this, John Lineker knows that he has the advantage with, if he hits him, he's going to get this matchup going, and I think he's going to pick up the victory by, I think, first-round knockout. That's how I feel. First-round knockout. It's going to come in. He wants to make a statement because he's won his first 2 fights in the one championship. He wants to get that third signature win so he can get into that top 5, and he can make a claim that he deserves a big-time matchup because he wants a title in one championship. And if he could get this, he'll have a strong claim to this. Before I get going, I just want to bring the news that they came out with that Eddie Alvarez will be fighting on the next card. And like it depends on who wins in the lead card of this fight, which is between Akrayoun versus Murat Gaforov in a lightweight matchup. I feel like Murat Gaforov is going to pick up that victory, and then he's going to challenge Eddie Alvarez. As everybody knows, Eddie Alvarez got that DQ against Yuri Lapikis, and he wanted to get back as soon as possible to make up for that mistake. He's still waiting for a decision about the overturn because he thinks that it should be a no contest instead of a DQ, but that remains to be seen what has been said about it. But that's whoever picks up that win in the lead card on Wednesday is going to have a tough matchup with Eddie Alvarez. He's going to be coming in pissed off, knowing that he should have had that against Yuri Lapikis. Would have put him in the driver's seat to have the potential next matchup against Christian Lee whenever he comes back from his baby being born and then spend time away from fighting and spend time with this kid. But now that's obviously not going to happen. It's going to take time away. But Eddie Alvarez, 3-week turnaround, gets to fight somebody after they fought like a week before, which is going to be tough for that person, other two, whoever wins. But I think no matter what, I'll see it next week when I do one on TNT for preview. But I think no matter what, Eddie Alvarez is going to come in hungry. He's going to come in pissed off, and he's going to win that no matter what. So I don't think it matters who wins, that Eddie Alvarez is going to come in, get that win. He's going to get put in that top 5, and then maybe we see him actually face Yuri Lapikis again, or maybe he gets that rematch against Nastukin that he lost, and then uses that to prove himself that he deserves that matchup when Christian Lee comes back. But that is my one on TNT 3 preview for you right now. Like I said before, I got Yuya Wakamatsu by knockout round 2, and then I got John Lineker by first round knockout against Troy Worthen. This is Cage My IQ. You can follow us on all of our social media channels right there to the left. Those are our handles right there. So follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Twitch. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and our Twitch channel. We're trying to grow those. Those are going to be our main channels that we use to put all of our content on. So please make sure you follow us on and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channel. And then once again, this is Cage My IQ, the best place for MMA content. And I am your host, Daniel Bakley, the host/producer. And once again, we are affiliated with the Sports Box. You can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to their YouTube channel. You got a whole bunch of podcasts on there, everywhere from baseball to hockey to football to MMA. There's at least one of them on every day of the week. So definitely check them out and get ready for the NFL draft party that we have coming out next week, where we do a bunch of mock drafts, and then we actually are going to be live for the draft on both Thursday and Friday. But once again, get ready for one on TNT 3 this Wednesday at 8 o'clock and at 8:30 Eastern time for the start of the league card on BR Live, and then switch over at 10 o'clock on TNT to the main card for one on TNT 3. But I am your host, D-Bake, and this is Cage My IQ, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cage My IQ on the Sports Box. Please remember to follow us on all of our social media outlets. On Facebook at Sportsbox Show, Twitter at Sportsbox Show, Instagram at The Sportsbox Show. Find us on YouTube and join Outside the Box, our Facebook sports discussion group. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports, for the elite athlete. And also our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and use promo code THEBOX at sign up for 10 free points. Thank you for joining us.